Have you ever wondered why, no matter how many self-love books you've devoured or how many motivational videos you've replayed, you still feel a cavernous emptiness inside, as if love constantly eludes you? Have you ever asked yourself, what is really stopping me from opening my heart to both give and receive love? It's no accident that you're watching this video right now. Deep within you, a silent calling urges you to seek the answer, a truth that will fundamentally transform how you love and are loved. Over the next series of videos, we'll gently unveil 7 silent signals your soul is sending out, beacons guiding you through the darkness. Each signal not only exposes a shadow you must confront, but also hands you the key to transmute it into strength, freedom, and inner peace. Prepare for a journey that goes well beyond theory. I'll share concrete, actionable practices, step by step, blending Jungian philosophy with ready-to-apply tools so you can begin reshaping your relationship with yourself and others immediately. If you're truly hungry to uncover this secret, hit like to solidify your commitment. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss a single installment of our series where we'll decode the mirror of relationships, explore the mechanics of projection, and practice individuation, the path to wholeness. Each episode is designed to empower you with insights and exercises that integrate seamlessly into your daily life. You'll learn to recognize the patterns that keep you trapped in seeking love externally, and you'll discover how to become a wellspring of infinite love from within. Are you ready for the turning point that will make every heart-craving love pause and listen? The next video reveals a simple yet powerful secret that will free you from the endless loop of searching for love elsewhere and guide you to become the source of unending love yourself. Join me on this transformative voyage. Your heart's liberation awaits. Each time you enter a new relationship or experience an intense interaction, what you see before you isn't just the other person, it's your own inner world being mirrored back. I call this the relationship mirror, an invisible glass reflecting parts of yourself you've yet to explore. When someone makes your heart race, fills you with admiration, or even ignites your deepest anger, you're witnessing your shadow. Those aspects shaped by unspoken desires, fears, wounds, and the facets you habitually deny. In Carl Jung's profound depth psychology, the concept of the persona, the mask you wear to fit in, exists side by side with the shadow, the parts you hide to be accepted. Most of us obsess over perfecting our persona, forgetting that the shadow always lingers beneath the surface, silently steering our behaviors and emotions. The heavier the external pressure, the thicker our persona grows, and the more our shadow is compressed, only to erupt later in overwhelming reactions toward others. Have you ever found yourself drawn to someone who embodies freedom, spontaneity, and inspiration? You admire them. You're captivated by their spirit. Perhaps deep down, you yearn to break free from the chains of conformity and routine. Conversely, have you ever felt irritated or threatened by someone's arrogance or confidence? That discomfort might signal you're rejecting a facet of your own dignity, afraid to acknowledge that you are just as deserving and capable. Every attraction or repulsion is a puzzle piece in the larger picture of your psyche. Why does understanding the relationship mirror matter so much? Because countless times we question the motives of others. Why are they treating me this way? Without considering the more revealing question, what is within me that draws me toward or pushes me away from this person? When you dare to face the answer, you pave the way to individuation, the journey of shedding masks, integrating your shadow, and becoming whole. If you focus solely on your persona, you'll remain trapped in a cycle of denying instincts, fearing authenticity, and seeking validation from others. But when you embrace and integrate your shadow, everything you do and every connection you forge springs from genuine self-knowing and self-acceptance. You no longer play the victim of circumstances or passively react to emotions. You become the author of your own love story. Modern life, with its myriad roles, responsibilities, and societal expectations, easily disconnects us from our true selves. Work, family, friends, social media, all bombard you with messages to be perfect, to keep up, to achieve more. Yet in those rare moments when you pause and realize how exhausted you are from performing, you stand at the threshold of discovering your relationship mirror. You suddenly recognize that intense emotions aren't disasters, but rather inner alarm bells, signaling it's time to stop, reflect, and delve deeper into your own psyche. Against this backdrop, in the coming series, we will gradually decode the 7 silent signals your soul sends, ranging from magnetic attractions to repulsive pushes, from subtle intuitions to urgent cravings for growth, from rigid boundaries to the art of letting go. Each signal will open a door, guiding you closer to inner freedom and unconditional love. When you're ready to receive them, you'll realize that you yourself are the final piece needed to complete the rich tapestry of love you've always longed for. Over the next episodes, you'll learn practical exercises to map your emotional triggers, journaling prompts to illuminate your shadow, guided visualizations to heal old wounds, and mindful dialogues that nurture you back to yourself. We'll blend Jungian insights with modern self-care tools so you can immediately apply them and notice transformations in your relationships, starting with the one you have with your own heart. Are you prepared to finally unlock the secret code of your heart's reflections? If you're committed to this journey, hit like to honor your intention. Subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss a single chapter of this transformative quest. Together, we'll turn the relationship mirror from a daunting reminder of your blind spots into an illuminating compass pointing toward your truest self. Let's embark on this voyage now, your soul's liberation and the most authentic love you've ever known await. We've already uncovered the relationship mirror and explored the dance between persona and shadow. Now let's walk alongside Alex, 30 years old, working in marketing in New York City, and witness how the 7 inner signals reveal themselves at each stage of his transformation toward authenticity. Signal 1. Questioning old beliefs. Alex always believed that climbing corporate ladders and earning top dollar defined success. Yet one evening, after closing another multi-million-dollar campaign, he sat alone on his midtown balcony, city lights glittering below, and asked himself, "Am I truly fulfilled by this life?" The hollow ache that followed, mixed with bewilderment, made him realize his long-held metrics of achievement were no longer enough. In that moment, his foundational assumptions began to tremble, and a gentle inner voice whispered, "Discover what truly brings you alive." Signal 2. Feeling detached from the past. As his old framework lost its grip, Alex noticed himself declining invitations to industry mixers he once loved. Instead, he found solace wandering through Central Park after sunset, listening to crunching leaves underfoot. That bittersweet blend of liberation and longing signaled he was entering a phase of detachment, a critical pause where the authentic self might finally breathe beyond the expectations of what I should be. Signal 3. Redefining core values. On a rainy Saturday, Alex sat at his favorite cafe with a fresh notebook and pen. He distilled his priorities down to 3 guiding principles: creativity, authentic connection, balance. He wrote them in bold letters, pinned the page above his desk, and began each morning by asking, "Does today's work honor these values?" Gradually, he reshaped his schedule, blocking creative writing time at dawn and reserving weekends for deep, unhurried conversations with friends. Signal 4. The surge of intuitive guidance. One crisp Saturday at dawn, Alex awoke with an irresistible urge to enroll in a creative writing workshop. His analytical mind warned him about the cost and logistics, but the pull was undeniable. He clicked register, heart pounding with anticipation. During the first few sessions, his sentences flowed effortlessly and time became irrelevant. Alex recognized this was the unconscious guiding him toward his purpose. Signal 5, insatiable thirst for growth. Writing unlocked something deeper. Alex devoured books on artistic process, joined weekend creative retreats upstate, and sought mentorship from established authors over coffee in the West Village. Each new idea, each shared story lit sparks in his imagination and awakened dormant talents. He realized his hunger for learning and self-expansion was not a luxury, it was the cornerstone of his evolving identity. Signal 6, protecting personal boundaries. Armed with newfound clarity, Alex began saying no to consulting gigs that misaligned with his values. He turned off work email notifications after 6 p.m. and devoted his evenings to journaling and guided meditation instead of mindless scrolling. Every boundary he set became an act of self-respect, preserving his energy for what truly mattered. Signal 7, letting go of old habits. Finally, Alex abandoned his habit of reaching for his phone upon waking. Instead, he spent the first 15 minutes of each day writing 3 things he was grateful for. This simple ritual shifted his mindset. Joy and mental clarity blossomed, and every sunrise became an opportunity to reconnect with his purpose. These 7 signals are not one-time events. They cycle through your life, each round drawing you deeper into self-discovery. When you, like Alex, find the courage to face and honor each signal, you begin to harmonize persona and shadow, moving ever closer to wholeness. Phase 1, the cracking of the old shell. In Alex's marketing career, he excelled at metrics, KPIs, and performance reviews. His office walls boasted awards. His LinkedIn profile glowed with endorsements. But night after night, he felt a gnawing sense of disconnection. He'd sit staring at his glowing screen, images of half-written copy haunting him. What if success means something else? It was here, in the stillness between heartbeats, that the first seed of doubt took root. Phase 2, retreat into solitude. With the crisis of meaning unfolding, Alex instinctively needed space. He canceled after-work drinks, opting instead for long subway rides to a favorite park bench. Under those rustling trees, he felt seen by something larger than himself. He journaled his fears, his yearnings, his forgotten dreams, exploring emotions he'd long suppressed under the pressure to perform. Phase 3, declaration of new values. Armed with freshly articulated values, Alex confronted his calendar. He carved out writing sprints at 6 a.m., times when creativity felt most vibrant. He blocked deep work slots in his schedule, protected by his new manifesto. Today's actions must align with creativity, connection, and balance. As he honored this pact, he noticed a growing sense of ease and purpose radiating through his day. Phase 4, acting on intuition. When the creative writing workshop popped up in his feed, Alex felt a physical jolt, an intuitive nudge to take the leap. His rational mind grappled with cost-benefit analyses, but his heart did not waver. In class, as he penned short stories and poems, he felt a flood of exhilaration, proof that his unconscious was inviting him to reclaim joy. Phase 5, expanding horizons. No longer content with a single workshop, Alex immersed himself in creative communities. He attended NaNoWriMo meetups, joined a local book club, and even pitched a short story to a literary magazine. Each endeavor expanded his sense of what was possible, fueling a desire to grow not for external accolades, but for the intrinsic reward of self-expression. Phase 6, Boundary mastery. Empowered by his journey, Alex learned the art of saying no. He declined pro bono consulting requests that infringed on his evening writing time and politely exited group chats that drained his energy. He established digital do not disturb hours, reclaiming time for reflection, creativity, and rest. Phase 7. Ritualizing renewal. Finally, Alex swapped his morning social media scroll for a gratitude ritual. Each dawn, he documented 3 small wonders: a faithful friend's text, the aroma of fresh coffee, the hush of early morning city streets. This practice rewired his brain to seek positivity first, creating a foundation of contentment that carried him through challenges. The 7 signals Alex experienced are universal markers on the path to self-realization. 1. Questioning beliefs. Doubt is the doorway to transformation. 2. Detachment, retreat allows the true self to surface. 3. Value clarification. Clear priorities guide purposeful action. 4. Intuition, activation. Your unconscious knows the way. 5. Continuous growth. Learning fuels authentic expansion. 6. Boundary setting. Limits protect your inner resources. 7. Habit renewal. Rituals solidify new patterns. When you recognize and honor these signals, you shift from living by external expectations to living from an authentic core. You move from reaction to intention, from fragmentation to integration. In our upcoming series installments, we'll decode the psychological mechanics behind each signal, practice targeted exercises, journaling prompts, guided visualizations, and creative challenges to harness their power. Integrate Jungian concepts with practical tools so you can apply insights immediately. Are you ready to translate these inner signals into a life overflowing with creativity, freedom, and unconditional love? If you're prepared to embark on this transformative journey, click like to commit, subscribe to stay connected, and ring the bell so you never miss an awakening moment. Your invitation to wholeness awaits. Let's continue this voyage together. Your most authentic, empowered self is ready to emerge. At this stage, we move beyond simply identifying the 7 inner signals. We begin to decode them, unraveling the deep reasons each signal arises and the precise message it carries from your unconscious. Once you fully grasp these meanings, every emotional reaction you experience transforms from a random event into a clear, intentional guide on the map of your inner landscape. 1. Attraction and repulsion. 2 sides of a mirror. Every time you feel irresistibly drawn to someone, it's never just casual interest or superficial admiration. It's the light within you longing to break free, a gift, a latent talent, a desire you've set aside. On the flip side, whenever you feel an intense aversion or repulsion, you're confronting the shadow you've been hiding, fears, prejudices, or traits you deny. When was the last time you noticed a surge of attraction or felt a sudden wave of repulsion towards someone? Pause and ask yourself, which quality in them stirs me, inviting me to reclaim something I've forgotten? Which quality repels me, revealing a part of me I refuse to accept? 2. Projection. When the unconscious speaks. According to Jung, projection is our mind's way of externalizing hidden aspects of ourselves. When you harshly criticize someone, you're actually facing suppressed emotions, behaviors, or beliefs you've disowned. When you idealize someone, you're seeing an unfulfilled longing inside you. Projection isn't a moral failing, it's an alert system. It signals exactly where you need to look for healing. The next time you catch yourself blaming or idolizing, treat it as a treasure map pointing to the deepest corners of your psyche. 3. Individuation, the journey of reintegration. Individuation is more than just embracing your shadow or nurturing your light. It's the process of merging both so you operate as a unified whole. When persona and shadow integrate, you gain the flexibility to engage with the world authentically while remaining true to your core self. Have you ever felt like two separate people living within you? One free and spontaneous, the other guarded and performing? That split is your cue that individuation is calling. Completing this process allows you to show up in life fully and consistently rather than oscillating between extremes. 4. The vital role of brutal honesty. Only unflinching honesty can guide you to the depths of your being. You must have the courage to confront the parts you've long rejected: arrogance, envy, fear, the compulsion to control. By acknowledging these shadows, you rob them of their power. What am I most afraid to admit about myself? Is the question that cuts through denial and opens the door to integration. Answering it sincerely is the first step toward dismantling the internal barriers that block your growth. 5. The relationship between self and other. The people in your life are not obstacles, but allies in your expansion. When someone triggers a strong emotional reaction, whether through conflict or connection, they're providing invaluable data about your inner world. Each friction point carries a lesson. Each harmonious moment holds a message. Observe your relationships with curiosity rather than judgment, and you'll uncover psychological gold. The tension of a heated argument, for example, often hides an unspoken need for boundaries or a plea for deeper understanding. 6. From personal healing to collective transformation. As you integrate your shadow, you don't just change internally, you transform your environment. You start attracting relationships that mirror your new level of consciousness. People who respect your boundaries, support your growth, and inspire you to keep evolving. Have you noticed fresh, more authentic connections emerging just as you began doing deep inner work? This phenomenon highlights the ripple effect of personal transformation. Your healing vibrates outward, inviting kindred spirits to join you on the journey. 7. Love rooted in wholeness. Love isn't something you search for outside yourself. It's the source from which you naturally flow. When you stop expecting external validation to fill your inner void, you become a self-sustaining wellspring of love. Every time you hold both your shadow and light in compassionate embrace, you reenact the vow of completeness. I am whole, and I choose to love from this place of fullness. This inner love then radiates outward, enriching every relationship and experience. Case study: Maya's mirror. Consider Maya, a graphic designer who repeatedly found herself frustrated by colleagues who were overly detail-oriented. Initially, she criticized their perfectionism as stifling creativity. But when Maya bravely examined her own reaction, she discovered that her aversion pointed to an internal fear of not being meticulous enough, of her work being judged as sloppy. By acknowledging the shadow, she began adopting healthy processes for quality control, ultimately elevating her creative output. Exercise mapping your mirror moments. 1. Journal a recent trigger. Recall a recent interaction that evoked intense emotion, positive or negative. 2. Identify the quality. Write down the specific trait that stirred you. 3. Trace it back. Ask yourself, where else in my life do I exhibit or reject this trait? Integrate. Brainstorm. One small action you can take this week to honor the hidden aspect, perhaps practicing patience if you're repelled by someone's haste, or embracing spontaneity if you're drawn to someone's adventurous spirit. To support your individuation journey, establish daily or weekly rituals that honor both your light and shadow. Morning reflection, 10 minutes. Before checking your phone, sit quietly and invite any feelings or thoughts to surface. Acknowledge whatever arises, without judgment, as your truth for that moment. Midday projection, check in. Set an alarm 3 times a day. When it rings, note any strong judgments or idealizations you've made in the past hour. Reflect on what they reveal about your shadow or your yearning. Evening integration ritual. Light a candle and write one way you honored an inner shadow or expressed a hidden gift today. Seal your entry with gratitude for the lesson learned. These rituals anchor your awareness, transform fleeting insights into lasting shifts, and reinforce the bridge between unconscious messages and conscious choice. Have you ever caught yourself loathing in someone else a quality that you secretly harbor within? Do you dare to ask yourself, who am I most afraid of becoming? When conflict arises, do you instinctively put up defenses, or do you lean in and explore the hidden message? What new relationships have appeared in your life since you committed to inner work, and what do they mirror about your growth? In the next segment of our series, we will delve into how to translate these decoded signals into concrete daily practices. 1. Customized journaling prompts, tailored to each signal, helping you excavate deeper meaning. 2. Guided visualizations, to encounter and integrate your shadow in a safe inner landscape. 3. Creative expression techniques, using art, movement, or storytelling to embody newly reclaimed parts of yourself. 4th, community integration, how to find or create supportive circles that reflect and reinforce your evolving authenticity. A profound transformation awaits, one that will ripple through every facet of your life, from your relationship with yourself to how you connect with others. The journey through these signals is more than an intellectual exercise. It is an invitation to radically realign with the source of your being. Are you ready to step fully into this adventure, armed with the decoded messages of your heart? If so, affirm your commitment by clicking like, subscribe to stay connected, and ring the bell so you never miss a moment of growth. Your voyage toward unshakable wholeness and boundless love begins right now. As you begin to decode and integrate the 7 inner signals, a cascade of powerful transformations unfolds, touching every corner of your existence, from the depths of your psyche to the reality you live in. No longer are these abstract ideas. Each practice you commit to generates concrete, profound, and transformative results. Profound inner peace. First and foremost, you'll notice a steady, gentle current of comfort rising from within. Gone are the tidal waves of emotion that once knocked you off your feet. In their place stands an unshakable calm, like the roots of an ancient oak buried deep in the earth. You know with absolute certainty that no matter how life shifts and changes, you'll remain anchored in serenity. The pressure to be perfect melts away, replaced by a soft but resolute self-respect. Each time you face a challenge, you no longer dread missteps because you've trained yourself to trust your own inner compass. Old relationships fade, new ones blossom. The moment you begin saying no to relationships that reflect your unhealed shadow, those that keep you stuck in drama or endless arguments, you'll find yourself naturally freed from their grip. Instead, new connections emerge, people who genuinely understand and honor the real you. These aren't just casual acquaintances, they're companions willing to journey through life's emotional twists and turns alongside you. Have you noticed how your old relationships simply dissolve as new supportive connections emerge? Each conversation leaves you feeling heard and uplifted rather than exhausted and depleted. Explosive creativity and productivity. When you align with your core values and devote time to your true passions, productivity skyrockets. Consider Alex, who once struggled to find the motivation to write. After embracing his shadow and rediscovering his creative spark, he now publishes multiple blog posts each week and completes several sketch ideas every month. This isn't driven by external KPIs, but by the exhilaration of authentic inspiration. The quality of his work soars, and with it, his reputation and opportunities for collaboration multiply. Imagine what you could achieve if your creativity were fueled by freedom rather than obligation. Enhance resilience and recovery. Every time you face your shadow instead of escaping it, you're strengthening your psychological resilience. When a project fails, you no longer collapse under disappointment. You remind yourself, this is a lesson that will make me stronger. When a relationship frays, you resist the urge to panic fix. Instead, you calmly analyze what it taught you. This proactive stance lowers stress, wards off depression, and fosters an enduring optimism. How would your life change if you viewed setbacks as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks? Positive ripple effect. As your newfound calm and confidence radiate outward, your environment transforms in kind. Colleagues sense your steadiness and seek your guidance. Friends appreciate your drama-free presence and confide in you more deeply. Even your family notices the lighter, more supportive atmosphere when you're around. Like dropping a pebble into a pond, your inner peace sends concentric waves of positivity that never truly dissipate. Can you feel the subtle shift in energy around you as you grow? Attracting aligned opportunities. One of the clearest indicators of your transformation is the influx of opportunities that resonate with your authentic self. Whether it's an inspiring job offer, a creative partnership, or friendships built on mutual respect and shared values, these prospects arrive almost effortlessly. For instance, the moment Alex courageously shared his first short story, he was invited to join a prestigious literary group. That invitation wasn't coincidence. It was the natural outcome of his emerging worthiness. What doors might open for you when you step into your true power? Genuine love and support. When you love yourself unconditionally, you stop treating love as a commodity to be earned through sacrifice or pleasing others. Instead, you approach relationships as co-creative journeys where both partners grow. Love becomes a playground for two mature souls, willing to share wounds, celebrate triumphs, and embrace imperfections. This freedom allows love to flourish sustainably rather than combust in short-lived passion. Have you experienced a relationship that feels like a partnership of equals, where growth is mutual and unconditional? Transformation into a wholeness-centered life. Ultimately, when the 7 signals become part of your very bloodstream, you shed other people's scripts and author your own narrative. Your life evolves into a personal brand that can't be mistaken. Inner stability, boundless creativity, deep connections, and healthy boundaries. Each morning you awaken not to the anxiety of must-dos, but to the excitement of discovering new meaning. In summary, the impact of decoding and integrating the 7 inner signals is not mere feeling good. It's a radical metamorphosis. From passivity to proactive living, from love driven by lack to love born of abundance, from codependent relationships to symbiotic partnerships. When you're ready to claim this power, you'll find every aspect of your life elevated to a new level of vibrancy and authenticity. In the next part of our series, we'll transform these transformative impacts into concrete daily practices, ensuring you sustain and expand your growth throughout the journey. Your most fulfilling life, rich with purpose and connection, is waiting. Are you prepared to step into it? Now that you've absorbed the deep context, psychological significance, and transformative power of the 7 inner signals, it's time to turn awareness into action, step by step, to build a life that's fully aligned with love and wholeness. Below is a practical sequence of exercises designed to carry you forward on this path. 1. Relationship Mirror Journal. Whenever you feel a surge of attraction or intense irritation towards someone, pause and spend a few minutes recording 3 details: the situation, the emotions that arose, and the immediate thoughts that followed. Then ask yourself gently, Which part of me is being reflected right now? This simple journaling habit not only sharpens your observational skills, but also accelerates your ability to decode projections, revealing the shadow fragment or unexpressed light that needs your attention. 2. The 3-second pause. Before responding to any trigger, whether it's a harsh email, a critical comment, or a tense conversation, practice the 3-second pause. Inhale deeply 3 times, place your hand on your heart to reconnect with your inner landscape, and only then speak or type your reply. These 3 seconds may feel insignificant, yet they're powerful enough to shift you from reactive instinct to deliberate action, giving your intuition a moment to translate inner wisdom into a grounded response. 3. Daily Values Board. Create a daily values board listing your 3 highest priorities, such as creativity, balance, and authentic connection, and display it prominently where you'll see it every morning. From deciding whether to attend an event to choosing which side project to accept, quickly cross-check each opportunity against this board. By putting your values first, you reinforce the individuation process and ensure that every choice propels you toward your authentic life. 4. Clear boundary language. Protecting your personal boundaries is an act of profound self-love. Practice assertive phrases like, "Thank you for the invitation, but I'm reserving this time for my own needs," or "I appreciate your support, but I need some space to recharge." Each "no" spoken with kindness is actually a yes to yourself, a declaration that your well-being matters. Over time, these simple statements will shield your energy and cultivate stronger self-respect. 5. Weekly Learning Challenge. Nourish your ongoing growth by launching a 7-day learning challenge. Choose one theme connected to the 7 signals, perhaps exploring shadow work through an article, experimenting with a new meditation technique, or attending a creative webinar, and commit 30 minutes daily for 1 week. By multiplying these small habits, your accumulated progress will carry you deeper into the individuation journey, little by little. 6. Monthly Rejuvenation Day. Dedicate 1 full day each month as a rejuvenation day, completely unplugging from work and social media. Use this time to listen to your body and soul. Write a gratitude list in your journal, sketch freely, take a mindful walk in nature, or simply rest. A rejuvenation day isn't reserved for miracles. It's an affirmation to yourself. I deserve care and silence. This regular pause replenishes your spirit and keeps you aligned with your true self. 7. Integrating emotional storms. Every practice above equips you to transform emotional turbulence into opportunities for growth. When waves of anxiety or frustration arise, return to your relationship mirror journal or invoke the 3-second pause. Over time, you'll notice old dramas dissolving and your capacity to remain centered even in chaos expanding. 8. Cultivating authentic connections. As you implement these exercises, you'll naturally release relationships that mirror unresolved shadow content, and you'll welcome new friendships built on mutual understanding and respect. Imagine conversations where you feel truly heard and supported. This is the community that emerges when you honor your inner work. 9. Sustaining creative flow. Consistent alignment with your core values and self-care rituals unleashes a sustained surge of creativity and productivity. You'll find yourself completing projects not out of obligation, but from genuine inspiration, attracting collaborations and opportunities that resonate with your highest self. 10. Fostering resilience. Facing your shadow rather than avoiding it trains your resilience. When setbacks occur, a failed project, a strained relationship, you'll instinctively ask, what lesson can I glean here? This proactive mindset reduces stress, wards off despair, and fosters an enduring optimism that carries you through life's ups and downs. 11th, spreading positive ripples. Your inner transformation ignites ripples in every environment you inhabit. Colleagues turn to you for steady counsel. Friends trust you with their vulnerabilities. Family notices your calm presence. Just as a stone dropped in water creates ever-widening circles, your peace and confidence reverberate through your world. 12. Attracting aligned opportunities. The most telling sign of your evolution is the arrival of opportunities perfectly matched to your authentic self. Inspiring work projects, creative partnerships, and friendships grounded in shared values. These invitations aren't random. They're the natural consequence of your increased worthiness. 13. Living love as a journey. Ultimately, love ceases to be a goal you chase and becomes the life you live. As you integrate your shadow and celebrate your light, you affirm daily, I am whole, and I choose love from this place of completeness. Relationships transform into co-creative adventures, where mutual growth replaces codependency. Take the first step now. Begin today with the simplest action. Open your journal and jot down your first relationship mirror entry. Create or refresh your daily values board. Take 3 intentional breaths before replying to a message or say no to an unneeded invitation. Each small act proclaims, I choose to live fully. As these habits root themselves, you'll look back in awe at the unstoppable, self-empowered, and love-filled version of yourself you've become. Are you ready to turn these practices into your daily creed and step boldly into the life you were always meant to lead? We've journeyed together through the exploration of the 7 inner signals, decoded their profound meanings, witnessed their transformative impact, and applied practical tools to live more fully. Now you're no longer a passive observer. You're the hero of your own transformation story. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what first step will I take today? Maybe it's opening your relationship mirror journal, refreshing your daily values board, or daring to say no to something that drains your energy. Every small decision is proof of your commitment. I choose wholeness, to love and honor yourself unconditionally. Comment below with, I choose wholeness, to affirm to yourself and our community that you're ready to embark on this individuation journey. Which of the 7 signals has touched you most deeply? Share it so we can empathize and support one another in our practice. Tag a friend who's seeking true love. Together, our collective awakening will become a powerful wave. If this video has ignited new insights for you, hit like to encourage us, and subscribe so you don't miss the next installments. We'll dive into advanced psychological exercises that unlock deeper potential and inner love. Don't forget to ring the bell. You'll be the first to receive life-changing tools whenever a new video drops. You are not alone. Thousands of hearts are awakening alongside you and stepping into the brightest chapter of their lives. Spread this message. Love begins within. Together, we'll build a community of courageous souls, unafraid to embrace their darkness so they can shine whole and radiant. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we'll continue to unpack psychological depths and practice exercises that help you live fully and love completely. Until then, live boldly, live fully, and always remember, you deserve unconditional love.